The Mercedes getting impatient and going past. But meanwhile, we have the Lotus car. Unfortunately, there's no blown diffuser on this car, so I don't know if you want me to do a little mimic of it, but I'll see what I can do. As he heads out of Aqua Minerale, the blown diffuser would sound something like this. As he heads over the turtles and down to Ravazza. Ravazza obviously being one corner, but the reason why they say it's Ravazza 1 and 2 is because it's two apexes. So this is the first one, and then as he goes a bit down the straight, it's the second one, similar to Degner, where they have Degner 1 and 2. It's a double apex corner, but they kind of say it as Degner 1 is in the first apex, Degner 2 is the second apex. So yeah, there's some fun corner name facts for you. As heading to Piratella with the Brawn, the 2009 Formula 1 champion, is heading down the hill. There's a yellow flag again. That's for Matty coming out the pits, it looks like. As we have Lewis having a lag reliability issues for Missile, having a disconnection DNF. So not nice for him. As we head down the hill, we head out of the Ravazza corners and down the straight with the Brawn. Will he take pole position from the Jordan? No, he won't. I think he's starting a lap again. So we'll watch for that one. Meanwhile, the Mercedes just behind him. Actually, no, we'll keep with the Brawn. And they nearly make contact, actually. This is going to be very tight. They're both on flying laps. Lucky and Devons. Devons on the inside of the Villeneuve chicane, ahead of the Mercedes, who backs out of his lap. That got very hairy. As we head around Toza with the Brawn. Heading up to Piratella. And now out of Piratella into Aqua Minerale. And then down through this complex and up into the Turtles chicane. As into the chicane. Lovely done for Brawn, who is the team with the lowest budget to win an F1 championship since the 1950s with Matra. As we head over the line with the Brawn then. Will he take pole position? He doesn't again. It looks like he's going for yet another lap. As he heads into turn 1 again. Matty as well, he's on a lap. So we're going to watch for the Jordan, see if he does anything. Phoenix as well, he's on a lap as well. The Ferrari, the Brawn, the Jordan, all on laps. This qualifying session is heating up. Ironically, as it's apparently about to rain soon enough. Heading out of the chicane. Down the hill into the Ravazza braking zone. Heading over the line then for the Jordan. Where will it put him? It doesn't put him any higher up the order. For now. The Brawn though, over the Turtle chicane. Really using those curves as a yellow flag. It could be for... It's for the Jordan backing out, so that means the Brawn into the Ravazza corner, downshifting through this double left-hander, now down into the right-hander King. Is it going to put him on pole? It does! By half a second. Devons defeats Matty. Nicely done, although Phoenix might have something to say about that. Can Phoenix extinguish that pole? Can he get a second up? No, he can't. I think he's going for another lap. Meanwhile, the Lotus and the Mercedes, both on laps. Let's have a look at the Lotus. Lotus, who won the championship in 1963, won their first Constructors' Championship in 1963 with Jim Clark and the Climax chassis, if I'm pronouncing that right. No, it's a Climax engine, should I say. So with the Climax engine, the Lotus team won their first championship in 1963. There's a yellow flag for Phoenix, who's had an off on his lap at the Villeneuve chicane. So yellow flags down there. As Ferrari, who won the championship in 1964, a year after Lotus. Obviously it wasn't their first one, but it was the one that John Surtees and Lorenzo Bandini won in 1964. Meanwhile, the Lotus, repeating the efforts of 1965, not quite to the same level, as he's P4 at the moment. But heading down the hill there, we have the Jordan. We have, very aggressive through the first two corners at the Tamburello chicane. Actually, that reminds me, Timen completed his lap but didn't go any faster in the Mercedes. There's the other Mercedes coming out. We have Phoenix come out of the final corner and coming into the pits. We have Matty, TCL Matty out of Tosa. This happened where, obviously, the ELMS race as well here, which was absolute carnage. As into the Villeneuve chicane, we had the M racing car heading into the Villeneuve chicane sideways, nearly collecting another car in the process. But also in the World Endurance Championship as well, the 6 hours of Imola, the battle between Antonio Fuoco and Sebastian Buemi was absolutely beautiful stuff to watch. One of the highlights of my year, to be honest, is watching that battle in the 6 hours of Imola. Obviously, Ravazza, this was the scene of Valentino Rossi crashing into the number 21 Ferrari in the 6 hours of Imola. But will Imola also see Matty on pole again? They won't for now. Still half a second down. He's on another lap, though. He's going to keep going. The Lotus, though, but the 15.5... doesn't upgrade it. It looks like he's doing another lap as well. Tim Endo over the line, gets a 1:20.3, improves his time, doesn't improve his position. His teammate's still in front of him on an outlap. The Lotus slow, and actually, might have to get out of the way quick here. There's a Mercedes on the inside. That looks very scary for the 54 Mercedes. Devons retires from the session. Devons doesn't take any further part in the session. Devons, I still don't know if he's from Devon or if he's in Devon, but if he is, then he's probably gone and had a pasty. But I also live down in Devon as well, so that's something to think about. But anyway, Jordan, the Jordan coming over into the left-right complex, and Jordan, who nearly won the title in 1999. Obviously they had Michael Schumacher, Eddie Irvine and Mika Salo beat them to it, as well as the McLarens as well. But yeah, Jordan, can they maybe clinch pole position? No, they can't. Oh no, he's just got to the line beforehand, so Matty gets another lap in. Can Matty take pole position? FedEx is done. He won't take any further part. Will the Lotus get another lap in? That doesn't look like he's improving. I don't think he is, so can Lucky get lucky and put that Mercedes back to where it belongs? No, he can't. He's put it in the wall. That's well, lucky low. He went all the way. Wow. that was a similar crash to what a Cadillac had in FP3 for the 6 hours of Imola in 2025. I think, if I'm not wrong, it was El Bamba. But heading out of Acqua Minerale and into the Turtle chicane, the last person who can complete a lap is Matty. He's really going for it and he's backed off. He's backed off. So that looks like Devons will take pole position for the first Imola Grand Prix here in Retro Racing. And at the track where I myself took my first pole position in league racing in ALR in Season 2, here in Retro Racing, Devons will repeat the same feat that I fell as well. Devons, welcome to the club of pole position at Imola on F124. Matty wasn't able to get Devons, but it does set up a great battle in what I hear to be wet conditions. It's a front row for its pole position for the 2009 Formula 1 Constructors Champions, and it's second place for the what is now known as Aston Martin, but is here in Retro Racing is known as Jordan. The Ferrari in third. Then comes the Lotus in fourth. Then comes the two Mercedes. Then comes the Benetton, then the two Mercedes behind that. So, yeah. Fun fact about Lotus: they won their first two championships with Climax engines. But then they won their third championship in 1968 with a Ford engine, and Ford would also win a further 3 championships after that.